In 1 year, a couple of years, we will have for sure a reduction in quantitative easing, and we will have an increase in interest rates. So the position of maintaining this kind of approach will become at an end, in my view, after the German election. So we will remain with this condition until the end of the year, but starting from 2018, it is likely that interest rate can increase, and there could be some reduction in the amount of government bonds that can be bought by the ECB. So,
but again, you're a bank that is desperately waiting for higher net interest income. That's been under pressure in the first quarter once again. Do you not feel like the ECB is giving itself too much time to wait for growth and inflation to pick up further? Because we're already seeing those two metrics at very, very healthy levels. Should it move faster?
So it is clear that on the other side, you have some benefit in real economy. So you are, being a bank, you have to consider also impact on real economy. The expectation is that interest rate will increase, but if you are a strong wealth management company, you can have a lot of advantages also in a zero rate environment like the one in which we are operating. Until 1% positive interest rate, we will remain a strong wealth management franchise and a strong retail benefiting from increase in interest rates. So my expectation is that we will have an increase in interest rate, and this will bring us a lot of revenues coming from market condition and not from our actions.
What do you think, Carlos, was the main factor for the re-rating of the banking stocks of the last couple of months? Was it the capital hike by UniCredit, by Deutsche Bank, by Credit Suisse, or was it the Macron victory? Or, I mean, what essentially is it? Because what we're seeing out there is a massive re-rating, and that must be good for you guys too.
So it is clear that from one side you have some reduction in systemic risk. So UniCredit, Deutsche Bank. So it is probably 30% reduction in systemic risks, but it is also something related to the possibility to reinforce the Eurozone, to eliminate any kind of expectation of Euro breakup, the possibility to have a Ministry of Finance for the Eurozone, something different in the way in which Eurozone can act. And this is something that I consider really very important in the expectation of the investors, and there could be 50%, and the other part is the expectation of increase in interest rate, because it is clear that increasing interest rate, you can have some benefits. Retail banks like Intesa Sanpaolo and some Spanish banks can have probably more benefit, but also all the system will have benefit in increasing interest rates. So there is a combination of factors.
Yeah. Coming back to politics, though, do you think that maybe European investors are placing too much hope, pinning too much of their hope on Emmanuel Macron, on one specific candidate? I mean, we saw a similar story back in the day with Matteo Renzi, and he didn't quite fulfill all the expectations because you know, there's always the parliament that isn't behind him.
It is clear that we are now in a phase in which the first point is avoiding the risk of populism and possible Eurozone threat or problematic situation in the Euro area. So that's the first part of the story. Then delivering on actions, ability to manage a country, that's the second part of the story. But the main part of the point is to avoid the risk of having a Eurozone breakup. Macron, in my view, is a very good news, and also the coming back of Renzi in good shape in Italy is, in my view, another good value proposition for investors, because having also a strong leader in Italy could be a positive for the market.
Do you think he can beat the five-star movement? Does he have enough credibility coming back? Yes, he won the primaries quite convincingly. But
so I don't want to enter into political analysis, but I have to tell you that if you look Italy is a country with 6 trillion of wealth of Italian families. So it is difficult that a country like this can decide to have a government that could be, that can put in some threat the wealth of the Italian people. So in my expectation, the possibility to have a strong leader like Renzi or a center-right leader as the winning in a competition could be the likely results for the future.